Good afternoon. So let's start the daily current affair discussion. The first topic is India and France deepening their relationship. French President Emmanuel Macron was the chief guest on the 75th Republic Day celebration of India. So and he was in Delhi. And during his visit, India and France made significant decisions with the primary focus on enhancing collaboration in the defense sector, because apart from the space, nuclear research and other areas, India and France have become very close in the defense domain since last few years, and this relationship further get a boost during the recent visit of the French president to India. Okay. Okay. So since the establishment of diplomatic tie in 1948, India and France. Okay. So in diplomatic tie 1948, India and France have enjoyed 75 years of close and friendly relationship. Okay. In 1998, India and France elevated their diplomatic relationship to strategic partnership. So this is what how the diplomatic relationship was transformed to strategic partnership. Okay. In 1998, India and France elevated their diplomatic relationship to strategic partnership, which completed 25 years in. Okay, in 2023. Okay, this relationship completed 25 years. Okay, recently. This strategy partnership. Okay, the strategy partnership first for France outside the Europe, because France is the first country in the European Union member, and France, India was the very first one for France to start such a relationship like the strategy partnership with any non-EU member, because France is a member of the European Union, and signing a strategic partnership agreement with a non-European Union member country, this is the first one for France to sign such agreement with India. Key pillars of India-France cooperation: defense cooperation. The agreement on defense cooperation Okay, so defense cooperation, the agreement on defense cooperation signed in 2006 and renewed for another 10 years in 2016. So gives the framework for all defense cooperation activities between India and France. A DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, the premier defense research institute of the Organization of Government of India. The DRDO office was opened in the Indian Embassy in France in 2023 for strengthening technology cooperation. Fine. the procurement of Rafale jet as part of India's air power, because Rafale jet was procured by India from France. Okay, and it was a big deal because through this we are able to get the best state of the art defense fighter plane from France for India. Okay, the procurement of Rafale jet as part of the India's air power is a testament or proof to the deep defense ties between India and France. Space cooperation, ISRO and French agency, space agency CNES has been carrying on various joint research programs and collaborating in satellite launches. Okay. Okay, so space cooperation, ISRO and French Space Agency (CNES) have been carrying on various joint research programs and collaborating in the satellite launches. For example, on 22nd June 2022, the GSAT-24 communication satellite of New Space in India Limited was successfully launched on board Ariane 5 from Kourou in French Guiana. Okay. Civil nuclear cooperation. Okay. Civil nuclear cooperation, an agreement on civil nuclear cooperation, an agreement on civil nuclear cooperation was signed between India and France in 2008. So, by which France agreed to provide the nuclear materials, especially uranium, for the Indian nuclear power plants. Okay, and even France agreed to establish a nuclear power plant in India. Okay, France is involved in the construction of the Jaitapura nuclear power project. Okay, however, the progress here has been slow. Okay, because after the exemption of the ban on Indian or embargo on Indian nuclear trade, so India signed the nuclear agreement with France, and France agreed for establishing the nuclear power plant at Jaitapura in Maharashtra. But the progress of that construction activity was very slow from the French side. The two sides have also agreed to establish a partnership on small modular reactors and advanced modular reactors. Okay, they have also been signed between India and France. Economic cooperation. So they have important bilateral investment. Okay, bilateral investment and trade and commercial cooperation, particularly in sectors like IT, corridors, smart cities, railway, capital and trade exchanges, skill development, etc. So the bilateral economic cooperations spread over these areas. Then bilateral trade reached an impressive $13.4 billion in 2023, making a significant 7.72% increase for the previous year. Okay, France has emerged as the 11th largest investor in India. So that means, so because India is inviting investment both in capital and technology, so France emerged as the 11th largest investor in India. Fine, there is a good news. That means France has become a major investor in India. With FDI flow of 10.5 billion from April 2000 to March 2023, So we are able to receive around $10.5 billion as foreign investment from France. Okay, that is again a news of development between the relationship between the two countries. The digital cooperation, India-France roadmap on cyber security and digital technology was one of the outcome of the visit of the Prime Minister of India to France in 2019. So Indian Prime Minister Modi visited France in 2019, and that cyber security and digital technology cooperation agreement was signed during the period. In July 2023, Unified Payment Interface (UPI) was launched in the Eiffel Towers of France, offering secure and convenient transaction for Indian visitors and the NRI, those who want to deal in Indian currency. The UPI, the Unified Payment Interface, the Indian Digital Payment Mechanism, was launched from the Eiffel Tower in France. Okay. Culture and tourism cooperation. There are many Indo-French cultural associations which organize various events across France. Okay, so like Namaste France cultural festival in several cities of France in 2016. Okay, for example, the government of India organized Namaste France Cultural Festival in several cities of France in 2016. Marine and maritime cooperation. Indo-French maritime cooperation is based on the India-France roadmap on blue economy and ocean governance adopted in 2022. Okay, so this is the dimension of India-France cooperation. Community in France. The Indian community, including NRI, in the mainland France number around 1,09,000, largely originating from French enclaves of Puducherry, Karaikal, Yanam, Mahe, and the Chandannagar, because these are the Indian that French settlement in India. Okay, and normally people from these regions went to France. Okay, and they have been working or been settled over there. Okay, new summary. India and France different style. So the new one. So these are the old development. Okay, but the French President Emmanuel Macron was on a 2-day visit to India at the present development. He was also the chief guest for the India's Republic Day 2024. The 2nd Infantry Regiment of the French Foreign Legion also participated in this year's Republic Day parade in India. This year we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Indo-France Strategic Partnership. PM Modi was the guest of honor at the Bastille Day parade held in July 2023 in Paris. So France invited Modi to be the guest at the Bastille Day parade. Okay, it is like the similar event in India, like the Republic Day, they organize the Bastille Day parade. Okay. And this year, Prime Minister Modi was the chief guest at the Bastille Day parade. Key outcomes of the visit: roadmap for India-France Defence Industrial Partnership. The main goal of this roadmap is to find area to work together on making military equipment. So, what is this Defence Industrial Partnership? So, they want to establish defence industrial complexes and manufacture defence items for the use of India, as well as exporting from India. So this is what is the object of this defense partnership. Okay, so two countries. This includes designing, developing, and producing things together by India and France in joint collaboration, as well as creating supply chains for defense goods between the two countries. Okay, it aims to foster collaboration in cutting-edge technology, including robotics, artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles. Okay, so the include designing, developing, producing things together, as well as creating supply chain for defense goods between the two countries. It aims to foster collaboration in cutting-edge technology, including robotics, artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles for the defense platforms, and cyber defense. The defense roadmap will cover both air and space technology, marine technology, including underwater domain awareness. Because so these are the area of cooperation between the two sides. Defense space partnership, the two sides also sign a new agreement for the defense space partnership that will see them collaborate on space situational awareness. Space situational awareness. Okay, collaboration on space situational awareness. Then Tata Airbus Tata copter deal. Tata and Airbus helicopter have entered into an industrial partnership for the production of H125 helicopters, fostering collaboration in the defense sector. Two mega multi-billion dollar defense deals in the pipeline between the two countries are currently in the cost negotiation phase. They are the 26 Rafale fighter jet for the Indian Navy aircraft carrier and three additional Scorpio class conventional submarines that which India will purchase from France. This agreement was signed during the visit of Modi to France. So, because Rafale fighter plane we have purchased for the Air Force, but the 26 naval version, the Rafale fighter plane, will be purchased by India from France to be used by the Indian Navy. Okay, and also three additional conventional submarines. Cooperation in satellite launches. The MOU was sealed between the two New Space India Limited, a private sector space agency. Okay. And France Ariana Space, signifying cooperation in satellite launches and advancing space exploration initiatives. Introduction of the young professional scheme. Okay, for the young talents to groom them. The scheme facilitates the exchange of individual between 18 to 35 years of age and exchange extension of visa validity to 5 years for essential visas for Indian students pursuing master degree in France. Okay, in France, other regions of cooperation, both sides also agreed on cooperation in healthcare because Indian healthcare system needs to develop a lot, and France here came forward to help India in the health sector also. Both sides also agreed on cooperation in healthcare, which could include education, training and research, and the use of AI in healthcare. announcement. Key announcement made in the visit year 2026 at the India-France Year of Innovation. So 2026 will be observed the India-France Year of Innovation. Operationalization of the UPA at the Eiffel Tower was signed. Setting up the Solar Academy in Senegal under the Star C program International Solar Alliance, which was done by India and France at the Paris Climate Conference in 2015, India and France. So they launched the International Solar Alliance, okay, to promote the development and use of the solar energy globally. And right now, the International Solar Alliance is a major player in the power domain of the world. And right now, it has been promoted to one sun, one earth, one grid. Okay. Okay. Then the setting the Solar Academy in Senegal, Star C program aims to boost solar power ecosystem in the poorest countries. The initiative is run by the ISA in partnership with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization (UNIDO). Establishment of the India's consulate in Marseille and French Bureau de France in Hyderabad. Okay. Then the next topic is a topic on agriculture. So, adoption of climate smart agriculture (CSA). The adoption of climate smart agriculture faces challenges in South Asia as sustainable practices and technologies struggle to gain widespread acceptance. What is this climate smart agriculture? Climate smart agriculture is an approach that incorporates a set of agricultural practices and technology. Its goal are to boost productivity, precision farming, smart crops, enhance resilience, and zero budget natural farming, agroforestry, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions, like zero tillage, permaculture, organic farming, etc. Examples of climate smart agriculture practices: cultivating climate resilient crop varieties, growing crop resistance to temperature changes, pest and disease. Example: drought tolerant maize in sub-Saharan Africa benefits smallholder farmers because this African continent is going through droughts, and this drought resistance maize variety is able to bring a big transformation in the income of the small farmers in the African country of, okay, so sub-Saharan African countries. Fine. Conservation of agriculture: no till and reduced tillage cultivation for soil coverage. Okay. Agroforestry: integrated tree and shops with crop and livestock. That is called agroforestry. Forestry will continue along with agriculture. Precision irrigation: drip and sprinkler irrigation maximize water use efficiency. Okay, because India government has the policy of so water use efficiency for drop more crop, and that aims for optimum utilization of the water for agriculture. Okay. Challenges faced by the climate smart agriculture. What are the challenges for that? Okay, the challenges faced by this climate smart agriculture. Okay, the challenges. So weak organizational capacities, difficulty reaching farmers due to large rural population, limited integration with the climate smart agriculture promoting markets. Because so in India, so farmers are not that aware, they are illiterate, so it is not gaining that popularity. Or okay, so difficulty reaching the farmers due to a large rural population with limited integration with the climate smart agriculture promoting markets, limited government resources impact the number of field schools, demonstration plots and training programs in rural area. Because farming is undertaken in rural area in India, and so access of this or the entry of this agricultural institutions and the training activity to rural area is very limited in India. Inadequate staff and poorly trained government agricultural extension department of the climate smart agriculture. Okay, okay. So inadequate target incentives, chemical fertilizer, pesticides, electricity and diesel based irrigation are largely subsidized, while the climate smart agriculture practices lack adequate incentives. Okay, conflicting subsidies such as those for zero tillage as well as for the conventional tillage machinery hinders the adoption of the climate smart agriculture in India. Zero tillage is considered as a climate smart agriculture practice that involves the minimal disturbances to the soil, promoting conservation and sustainability. On the other hand, conventional tillage involves more intensive soil disturbances because okay, limited post-adoption follow-up, emphasis on adoption initiative with less attention to post-adoption follow-up. So very post, so suppose it is given the training, but post-adoption follow-up is very low in India because of the illiteracy of the farmers. Okay. Then monitoring and evaluation of the cloud for agriculture adoption over time is crucial for identifying challenges faced by the farmers once introduced. So how far this is being followed or not, that need to be reviewed at regular interval, and farmers have to and in case any problem that crops up, that need to be resolved at the earliest. Okay, and inequality in the information dissemination. Okay, inequitable dissemination of CSC information, prioritizing wealthier farmers with greater social networks. Gender inequality persists with little involvement of the women in climate smart agriculture dissemination process despite increasing female participation in the farming. So right now that is a requirement of it is growing. The women participation in farming is growing. Benefit of climate smart agriculture. Increase agricultural productivity, address resource efficient farming for climate variability. Okay, counter climate induced crop yield decline in India, contributing to adoption, mitigation, and food security. Okay, various climate smart techniques enhance production, sustainability, and reliability, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Site-specific no-tillage in the Indo-Gangetic plain boost wheat production, nutrient efficiency and profitability, and lower the greenhouse gas emission. Then the target is greenhouse gas emission reduction, crucial for lowering the agricultural sector's 17% share in the because in India the crop production, crop farming, okay, is responsible for 17% of the greenhouse gas emission. Okay, which is very environmental polluting, but climate smart agriculture will have the potentiality to reduce it. So that means the greenhouse gas emission will be reduced. Okay, enhance farmland carbon storage. Okay, this will reduce the farmland carbon storage. Support for small and marginal farmers, significant role is in increasing profit of the majority of the Indian small and marginal farmers. Biodiversity conservation, ecosystem based approach and diverse crop varieties promote the coexistence of cropland and wild animals. Okay, safeguard native plant species, stabilize pollinator populations, and mitigate habitat degradation effect. This climate smart agriculture has also this benefit. Okay. It lessens the disruptive effect of climate change and increases resilience to long-term stressors. Okay, these are the advantage, but this needs to be the farmers need to be well aware about this. Then promoting the climate smart agriculture, capacity building, raise awareness and provide training for officials, extension workers and farmers. Incentives to farmers, support eco-friendly practices, mulching, crop rotation, sustainable indigenous technology, collaborative approach from international regional partnerships such as the Youth for Green Climate Resilient Agriculture Program, the Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations. Okay, these are providing technical help to India for launching this climate smart agriculture in the country. Other measures encourage private capital investment, implement micro level policy and explore additional avenue for the climate smart agriculture. Climate smart initiatives, government of initiative in India, National Adoption Fund for Climate Change, National Innovation Climate Resilient Agriculture, Soil Health Mission, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, Parampragat Krishi Vikas Yojana, Biotech Kishan, and Climate Smart Villages. These are the programs launched by the government. Okay, so Public-Private Partnership Involvement, Farmer Producer Organization, FPO, NGO, and various entities are actively contributing to the climate smart agriculture in the country. Right. The research program, the CGIAR research program on climate change, agriculture, and food security addresses challenges of food security, poverty, and climate change on a global scale. National Innovations in Climate Resilient Agriculture (NICRA) program is being implemented throughout the country. World Bank Group provides financial support and technical assistance for the climate smart agriculture projects in developing countries, including India. Then the Grantham inscription. A team of archaeologists recently discovered two stone inscriptions of the Grantham and Tamil dating to 11th and the 16th century respectively at the Branchverich village near the Kangrayam. Grantham is an important historical script that was once used to write Sanskrit throughout Southeast Asia and Greater Tamil Nadu. Okay, the word Grantham denotes in Sanskrit literary work. Evidently, the script used. Okay, the word Grantham to Sanskrit literary work, evidently the script used for writing the Sanskrit works obtained the same name. At one time, it was prevalent throughout the South India. When the Malayalam language began to freely borrow words as well as rule grammar from the Sanskrit, this script was adopted for writing that language and was known as the Arya Ithva. Uthu. Both Grantham and the Tamil script appears alike in modern forms. The elevation of both scripts from the Brahmi was also more or less similar. Development of the Grantham script in Tamil Nadu may be divided into four periods: the archaic, the ornamental, the transitional, and the medieval and the modern. The archaic and the ornamental variety is commonly known as the Pallava Grantham, Mahendra Varmana's uh, Tiruchipalli rock cut cave and other cave temple inscriptions, Narasimham's Malapuram, Kanchi Kalasinatha, and the Salva Kupam temple inscriptions. The Mutheria's Senthali inscriptions are example of this variety. The transitional variety of Grantham inscriptions roughly belong to 3 century between 650 CE to 950 CE. Later the Pallavas, Nandi Barmana, Kasukudi, the pentagram of plates, etc. The Pandya's Anaimala inscriptions are sample of this. In the Soda Lake, scientists have discovered that the shallow Soda Lake in the western Canada, okay, could be a good match for the Darwin's warm little pond. where life got started on the primordial earth. So life got started on the little warm water, not on the cold water, because initially water body is very cold, but as the coolness started decreasing, so the life started to emerge in the slightly warm water. It is the lake with a pH value usually between 9 to 11. High carbonate concentration, especially sodium carbonate, responsible for the alkalinity of the soil. It may also contain high concentration of sodium chloride and other salt, making it saline or hypersaline lake. These are highly productive ecosystem compared to the freshwater lakes. These are the most productive aquatic environment on earth because of the availability of reserved carbon dioxide in them. They occur naturally in both the arid and the semi-arid areas. Okay, so they occur both in the arid and the semi-arid areas. Geological, climatic, and geographical requirements are required for a lake to become alkaline. A topography that limits the outflow of the water from the lake is needed, and endophilic basin is formed when the water is confined without the outflow. The pH of the water in the depression rise through depression water from the lake is needed. The pH of the water is the depression rise through the evaporation of the lake. Okay, evaporation of the lake, which requires a suitable climate like the desert climate to balance between the inflow and the evaporation. The inflow of water and the evaporation should be balanced. The rate at which the carbonate salt dissolve in the lake water depends on the ecology of the surrounding area. The relative absence of magnesium and calcium is critical. Okay, in the formation of the soda lake, since magnesium or calcium is likely to dissolve quickly and displace the carbonate to dissolve quickly and displace the carbonate ion, thus neutralizing the pH of the lake water. Biodiversity, these are dominated by the prokaryote like bacteria and archaeas, especially in lake with higher volume of alkalinity. Okay. Multicellular organisms such as the brine shrimp and the fish are found in plenty, if not most of the soda lakes. କିଏ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? କିଏ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? ହଁ କୁହନ୍ତୁ। ହଁ ତା ନମ୍ବରଟା ଦେଉଛି ତ କଲ୍ ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ? ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ତା ନମ୍ବରଟା କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ କରୁ। ଧର ତା ନମ୍ବରଟା ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ହେଲା। Example soda lakes. Africa and Asia have the highest number of soda lakes since the two continents have vast desert conditions which are perfect for the formation of the soda lakes. Most of the soda lakes in Africa are located in the eastern Africa, especially in Kenya, Tanzania and Ethiopia. Lake Natron in Tanzania is one of the most outstanding soda lakes in Africa. India and China have the highest number of soda lakes in Asia. Some of the soda lakes in Asia includes Lake Van, Sokar, Salt Lake, the Pangsang Salt Lake and the Lake Jabui. Okay, the disease X recently the WHO emphasized the urgent need for global preparedness against a potential new pandemic referred to as disease X. So, World Health Organization, the health regulator of the world, has issued warning, okay, about the disease X and its potential threat. So it is referred to as a hypothetical pathogen or threat that can cause a major pandemic in future. It could be a new agent, a virus, a bacterium, or a fungus without any known treatment. The term coined by the scientists and the World Health Organization could be any of the 25 family of viruses that have the capability to cause illness in people. Disease X was included in the WHO updated blueprint list of disease back in 2018. Okay, as having severe threat to human. Okay, scientists are of the opinion that TGX could be 20 times more deadly or potent to kill than SARS-CoV virus that caused pandemic recently. It represents an illness which is currently unknown. Okay, but could pose a serious microbial threat to human in the future. Then the Sapinda marriage, the Delhi High Court has affirmed the constitutional validity of a provision in the Hindu Marriage Act that prohibits Sapinda marriages, those between individuals related through ancestors unless their custom permits. The Sapinda marriage refers to union between individuals who are closely related through their common lineal ancestors. According to the Hindu Marriage Act, individuals are considered Sapindas if one is a direct ancestor of the other within specified limit, or if they share a common linear antecedent ascendant within the Sapinda relationship boundaries. The Act aims to regulate such unions to prevent potential issues and ensure adherence to recognized customs. Sapinda relationship extend up to the third generation through the mother's line and fifth generation through the father's line. Then the Kunki elephants, to address the increasing human elephant conflict in Odisha, the state government has requested for Kunki elephant and other rather mountains from Tamil Nadu. Kunki elephants are the trained captive elephants used for operations such as trapping, rescuing, and tranquilizing wild elephants. The move aims to strategically deploy Kunki elephants in conflict-prone area to reduce damage to crops, human habitations, and potential loss of life. Okay, so what they do on sighting the target wild elephant, the Kunki will give a strong and unslilting slap to it. The wild elephant is then tranquilized and its feet are bounded. One Kunki get to the front and use the trunk to hold the rope that is tied to the front of the wild elephant. The other Kunki holds the rope tied to the hing's leg and the wild elephant from behind. The Kunkis now control the movement of the wild elephant. This is like so they control. Okay, these two Kunki elephants control the wild elephants. The wild elephant then slowly head to the vehicle for translocation from the area where it became a threat to the humanity that may rise to the man-animal conflict. How do the evolution of the quantum computing impact the nations and society? Examine. Quantum computing is the use of quantum mechanical phenomena such as superposition and entanglement to perform computation. A quantum computer is used to perform such computations which can be implemented theoretically or physically. IBM has introduced the Condor, the first quantum computer with over 10,000 qubit, emphasizing the new strategy focusing on error correction rather than increasing qubit quantity. Impact of quantum computer on the nation. China recently demonstrated secure quantum communications like link between the terrestrial stations and satellites. This area is significant to satellites, military and cyber security among others as it promises unimaginably test computing and safe unhackable satellite communication to its users. It can help in solving some of the fundamental questions in physics related to gravity, black hole, etc. Similarly, the quantum initiatives could give a big boost to the Genome India project, a collaborative effort of 20 institutions to enable new efficiencies in life science, agriculture, and medicine. Disaster management, tsunami, drought, earthquake, and flood may become more predictable with the quantum applications. The collection of the data regarding climate change can be streamlined in a better way through the quantum technology. This in turn will have a profound impact on agriculture, food security technology chain, and the limiting the farmland wastage. Pharmaceutical industry, India's interest in the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry is huge. Quantum computing could reduce the time frame of the discovery of the new molecules and related processes to a few days from the present 10 years slot that scientists put in. For instance, tracking protein behavior or even modeling new proteins with the help of quantum computers could be made easier and faster. Tackling chronic disease like cancer, Alzheimer's, and heart alignments is a big possibility of the technology. Quantum computing is the integral part of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Success in it will help in strategic initiative aimed at leveraging other industrial revolutions, because industrial revolution, the present industrial revolution is called the Industrial Revolution 4.0, the fourth generation. The evolution 4.0 technology like the Internet of Things, machine learning, robotics, and artificial intelligence across sectors will further help in layering the foundation of the knowledge economy around the world. Indian efforts towards quantum computing. India is getting there slowly but steadily. In February 2022, a joint team of the DRDO and IIT Delhi successfully demonstrated the fluid link between the two cities, Nifty, Prayagraj, and Vindhyachal. In 2019, the center declared quantum technology a mission of national importance. The Union Budget 2021 has proposed to spend rupees 8,000 crore on the newly launched National Mission on Quantum Technology and Applications, a government initiative. The Army has collaborated with the industry and the academia to build secure communication and cryptographic applications so it can be tampered. In 2018, the Department of Science and Technology unveiled a program called the Quantum Enabled Science and Technology and committed to investing rupees 80 crore over the next 3 years to accelerate the research in this domain. In December 2021, So in 2021, government also inaugurated the C-DOTS Quantum Communication Land Band, unveiled the indigenously developed quantum key distribution solution. So both private funding and philanthropic funding should be attracted towards quantum computing. For example, funds can be used to attract and retain high quality manpower and to build international networks. Connection with Indian industry from the start could help quantum technology to become commercially successful. Investing manpower and retaining them as quality human resources very mobile. Participate in development of global standards and requirement of quantum computers. Procurement from other nations. India must consider procuring the United States National Security Agency's Suite V cryptography quantum resistance suite as it is officially encryption mechanism. Emulating cryptographic standards. The Indian Defence Establishment can consider emulating the cryptographic standards set by the US National Institute of Standards and Technology, which has developed a series of encryptions tool to handle quantum computer attacks. Develop quantum resistance system. India should start implementing the developing coupled quantum resistance communication, especially for the critical strategic sector. Funding. Government can fund and encourage existing open source projects related to the post quantum cryptography. Participating in the global initiative, India can participate in the Open Quantum Safe project, a global initiative started in 2016 for prototyping and integrating quantum resistance cryptographic algorithms. Prioritizing the QKDs over the long distance, especially connecting military outposts for sensitive communication, can be prioritized to ensure secure communication while protecting key intelligence from potential quantum cyber attacks. Okay, prioritize. So diplomatic partnership with other techno-democratic country with top technology sector, advanced economy, and a commitment to liberal democracy can help India pool resources and mitigate emerging quantum cyber threats. So then coming to the MCQs with reference to the circumstances in India. So the concept of conservation agriculture assumes significance. Which of the following fall under the conservation agriculture? Okay. So avoiding monoculture practices, no. Adopting minimum tillage, right? Avoiding cultivation of plantation crop, no. Using crop residue to cover soil surface, right? Adopting spatial and temporal crop sequencing, crop rotation. So 2, 3, 2, 4, 5 are most so appropriate. Okay, 2 adopting minimal tillage, 4 using crop residue to cover the soil surface to maintain the moisture, adopting spatial and temporal crop sequestration of crop rotation, 2, 4, 5. So C. The following statement is reference to the investment forum for advancing climate resilient agri-food system. The joint initiative with NITI Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare and the Food and Agriculture Organization, right? It will focus on small and marginal farmers. So both are correct here. Which of the following statement is correct with respect to the total expense ratio, TER? It is the sell charge for fee that investors pay when purchasing shares of a mutual fund. That is not correct. It is a fee charged with some mutual funds for distribution and marketing expense. No. These are the costs associated with the buying and selling security within the fund portfolio. No. It is the financial metric that represents the total cost associated with managing and operating an investment fund. D is the right answer. Okay. Then next to the following shipment for the Ketu Honda tribe. They are particularly vulnerable to primitive tribal groups, right? They follow shifting cultivation called the Podu Chaso, right? So both 1 and 2 are correct. Consider the following statement about the Grantham inscription. Grantham is an important historical script that was once used to write Sanskrit throughout Southeast Asia and Greater Tamil Nadu. That is correct. Both Grantham and Tamil scripts appear alike in modern forms, and evolution of both scripts from Brahmi was also more or less similar. So here 1 and 2 are correct. Why is Lake Repta commonly referred to as the pink lake? Presence of the flamingo, no, because the abundance halophilic green algae. So which color looks like pink. With reference to the wandering albatross, consider the following. It is the largest flying bird with a wingspan of 3.5 meters. That is correct. It is vulnerable for as per the IUCN Red List, International Union of Conservation of Nature Red List. Okay, so both 1 and 2 are correct. DK Basu's judgment recently seen in news is related to which of the following? Related to the protest and right and dignity of individual in police custody. Okay, so A. When is the Thermo Republic Day 2024? So it is Vikasit Bharat. Okay, and Bharat लोकतंत्र की मातृका, भारत mother of democracy. So Vikasit Bharat and Bharat लोकतंत्र की मातृका. So these two are the theme. So C. The term Jung recently mentioned in the news related to which of the following? It is a traditional Manipuri loom with the traditional fabric get woven. Okay, which get the GI tag. Thank you for watching. Keep watching regularly.